opening thought or two. We'll take questions after that.
Well, I'm very pleased with this win. We got contributions from a lot of different people. This is an extremely talented team in Milwaukee. This is a head coach who I've talked X's and O's with throughout the years. She's a first-time head coach. She runs an offensive system very similar to ours. That's a program that's on the rise. I can't say enough about them. Then also you throw in the caveat of the Goldsberry factor. Frank Goldsberry, the father of Lindsay Goldsberry, the all-time winningest player in MAC history, male or female. Her dad now is an assistant coach for them, so I think he's attended more games than anybody, probably than any other coach in this building besides me. So he knows our system really well. This was going to be a game where they made one play, then we would have to counter, and vice versa. It was a lot of tick for tack, and we had to play well in order to take advantage of a lot of their ball screens. We have the same offensive philosophy, and we needed to play well, and we did. We missed a handful of shots early on, but so did they, and it was tied, I think, 10-10, and then we went on a late run. We were able to secure a lot of defensive rebounds, but I think everybody saw today how good of a player Angela Rodriguez is, even though we held her to 7 points, but she had 9 assists and played the majority of the game, but that's a top 40 scorer in the nation. And I thought Miriam Justinger drew that assignment early on and really did a good job of disrupting her. The kid only made 1 shot in the first half, but I told the team beforehand that we need to contain her. That's a kid that can score 20, 25, 30. If she scored in the high 20s, I would still be happy, but if she scored over 30, I was going to be worried. So she ended up with 7 today, and like I said, only 9 assists, but that's a kid who can play at any level in this country. She's extremely talented. But, again, really pleased. I thought we had very good balance, got contributions from a lot of people today, and our team earns the day off tomorrow.
What was it that allowed Miriam to have success against Rodriguez in your eyes?
She's a tenacious defender. She's a smart defender. We have studied Rodriguez in film throughout this week as a staff and watched a lot of film as a team, and we tried to pick up some tendencies that she had, but that's a kid who can score off the ball screen, without a ball screen, in transition, just all sorts of different ways, off of a step back, off of 1 foot, off of a floater. And you saw anytime we got aggressive and tried to go for an extra hard contest, she would bring it down, and she could do an up and under, and she can score in a variety of ways, but I thought we were really smart and just always around her. She did not get any easy looks, and I think that's a big, Miriam Justinger's a big reason why that kid did not get a lot of open looks.
Can you talk a little bit about the play off the bench for Deborah Hoekstra? I mean, 2nd game in a row where she's got a career high in points, and I'm not sure if her entry in the game matched perfectly with that spurred off the 10-10, but it was sure close.
It was close. She got fouled. She hit that 3-pointer. I think we were down. I think it was tied 4-4 maybe, and she got that 3-pointer and got fouled on it, but missed the foul shot. And that's a kid that's been playing with a lot of confidence. She was recruited years ago predominantly as a 3-point shooter from Michigan, and now she's got a really good quick first step, and now has developed a pull-up game as well. She gets in the gym a ton, but she's playing with a lot of confidence, and now having the ability to have that kid shoot a high percentage the last 3 games has really turned the tide for us and helped us jump out to early leads in that first half. I mean, she knocked down 3 threes against Ohio State. She had, I think, 10 points in the first half against Monmouth, and now she hit a couple big shots for us in the first half and ended up with 19 tonight.
Will you talk a little bit about the value that adds to your offense? You were pretty versatile even before she hadn't gotten going here in these last few games. She just gives you another weapon been for teams that they have to deal with?
It the scoring punch that we can get from our bench, it allows us to keep the floor more spaced, and it also allows for our posts to have more room inside to create off the dribble or create with their back to the basket, and it also opens up the floor for our high-low game that we really look to. There was a couple times where we wanted to go high-low. We couldn't because they brought an extra defender in there, but the extra defender left Deborah, and then we found Deborah on the wing where we made the extra pass to her. But her play has made us a better team and has allowed for bigger driving gaps, better high-low spacing, better spacing for the post. So it's been a very valuable combination.
Obviously, it's still early in the season, but you have to be happy to get one start.
I am. I am. But with that said, I still get a handful of emails telling me and telling our kids what we could do better. So I want to keep this in perspective. The 8-1 record is fantastic for recruiting flyers. It's fantastic for recruits to come. It's a fantastic confidence booster. We have been able to go a little bit faster in practice and add some more things because of our experience level. I feel with where we are. Also with our schedule now, it allows us to reward them with some more time off because of our limited roster. But as I've said before, the conference season is when it really counts. And our conference is rolling. They've done a really, really good job, and I'm looking forward to conference play.
You had a very nice rebounding after 247 with 1 with 12 and 1 with 9. Was there a difference today in that for you guys? Who's maybe rebounding hasn't been that good so far this year?
I thought we were hesitant at the very beginning because both Jill and Lex did pick up one foul each, but we have put an emphasis on crashing, but they did a good job of going to the glass today. And any time where you have one post high and one post low in a lot of our offensive sets, you can get a good crash to the block or to the front of the rim. And it was nice to see. Deborah also got a handful of rebounds today and kept some balls alive. Anytime that you can get a lot of offensive rebounds too and make them, especially Milwaukee today, play a few more extra seconds defensively, and we can run some more ball screens against them, that was a big key.
Coach, not from what the emailers are telling you, in your eyes, what are the things that this team needs to do better?
I can't give away all my secrets, John. So, but
speak in generalities then.
Well, I feel like we've done a good job of getting to the foul line, but this is the first time in a long time where we haven't had a team shoot close to 70%. I think we're probably mid-60s right now. We need to get that number up. But on the flip side, I'm happy because we're getting to the line. Anytime continual contributions from the bench. I'm probably most excited that we do have 4 kids that are averaging double figures right now going into this game. I think that makes for a very difficult prep for other teams because who do you take away? Do you take away the kid that averages 12.9, or do you take away the kid that averages 12.5, or you take away the kid that averages 11.8? It's tough, and I'm really happy with the balance. Yet my half-empty side is I think we can even become more consistent off the bench and more consistent night in, night out, getting to the foul line and making foul shots and continuing to shoot a high percentage. Tonight I thought we had a lot of defensive lapses, and we're going to watch this film very closely. As you can tell, it was 5-on-4 one time, out of bounds play, and they threw it in for the easiest shot of the night. And I have no answers for that. We made a couple defensive mistakes that helped lead to their 11-point run right before half, and in 4 minutes, as I said. And you can, in a close game, you can't have a defensive lapse like that.
update us on the status of Bolton and Kilpatrick, please?
Yeah,
Sorry,
still
this
day to day.
comes
No,
in.
it's a good question. Kennedy's still battling that torn muscle. It's healing, and it's still day to day. I thought she would be closer, and now it's still day to day. We've got to monitor that so it doesn't get worse. Leah has had that meniscus surgery, and now she's still day to day as well. Katrina obviously is out for the season, but I think what's difficult and what's hard is they want to be back so fast, and they're trying so hard to get back, and patience isn't always the most fun word to hear when you have an injury, yet you have to be patient, and I do expect those two to be big contributors for us before it's all said and done, but I don't have any other date or days or anything about their rehab progression.
With Kilpatrick, pardon my ignorance here, torn muscle, where exactly?